Hey there, it's Luke Elzinga, Chair of the Iowa Hunger Coalition. Today I'm going to walk you through using our SnapMap tool for your advocacy efforts. I'm going to share my screen here. To visit the SnapMap, you can just visit our website, iowahungercoalition.org/snap-map, or you can find the SnapMap link at the top menu. All of the data we use in this data dashboard is pulled from the state of Iowa's F1 SNAP report. If you'd like to look at those source documents, there's a link there. But we pull all that data, put it into a spreadsheet, and use Tableau Public to make it much more accessible and easy to explore that data. So I just updated this map for the month of August. So you can see kind of at the top of the dashboard, we've just got some basic stats about the number of individuals and households assisted, the total amount of SNAP benefits that went out, some kind of average benefit breakdowns, the percentage of population enrolled. We've also got stats on the economic multiplier effect of SNAP. That's uses a formula developed by the USDA Economic Research Service and kind of the total economic impact those benefits bring to communities. We also have average household size on there. I'll get back to some of this in just a minute. But if we continue scrolling down, then we see two graphs. The one on the left here is individuals assisted going back to 2003. And the graph on the right is the average household monthly benefit, also going back to 2003. So if we look at the graph on the left here, we can see in August, there were about 266,000 Iowans who were assisted through SNAP. And we can also see kind of a downward trend. Here we see kind of a spike from the pandemic, but really we've been at a downward trend in Iowa since late 2013. We can also look, what was that, 2026, 266,000. And then we can go over here and see the last time enrollment was around that number was it's the lowest it's been since July 2008. So we know that SNAP enrollment is at a 15-year low right now overall in Iowa. Looking at the graph on the right here, we can kind of see some impacts from policy changes in the past. So during the Great Recession, we saw SNAP benefits increased and then stair-stepped down. We also, during the pandemic, saw emergency allotments, which really boosted SNAP benefits up. And we can see now, even though emergency allotments are gone, the benefit amount is higher than prior to the pandemic. That's both due to the fact that this is adjusted annually for food price increases, and that these are the dollars you are seeing here are not adjusted for inflation. It's also due to the permanent increase from the reevaluation of the Thrifty Food Plan. So you can see some of those pieces in this graph. A new addition to kind of SnapMap 2.0 that's kind of exciting is this sortable table. It makes it much easier to do kind of comparisons between counties. So you'll see right now, this is being sorted just based alphabetically on county name, but we can go over to, like, for instance, total individuals and sort, and we can see, Polk County has the highest number of individuals enrolled in SNAP, not surprising, it being the most populous county. But then we can also go over to percentage of population enrolled. Wapello County has the highest percentage of its population enrolled. That's Ottumwa. And you can see, Polk County is all the way down here. There's a lot of other counties that come before it. So just another good way to kind of look at the data. The map you see here shaded in, this is looking at percentage of population enrolled in SNAP. So you can see Wapello is much darker than some other counties. There's also this column on the right that shows the percentage change in individuals compared to March 2020. So thinking pre-pandemic to now comparisons. You can see, so DHS, that is it's a something that's in that report. It's a small number of individuals every month, kind of miscellaneous. I wouldn't really even count that category because it varies so much month to month. We can see Buena Vista County um, has seen an increase, so an 11.75% increase, and we can go back to this map and go over to Buena Vista County and select it, and we can see how many individuals are assisted, all those stats. We can also come back here and look and see, yeah, SNAP enrollment is trending up in this county. So that's good to know. We can also go back and look, okay, maybe what's a county near the bottom of this list? Um, so Madison County has seen a 25%, almost 26% decrease. So we'll go back to this map and go over to Madison. And again, we can look at this graph and see, yeah, continuing a downward trend. So it's good to know, both overall trends in the state, but it's also really interesting to look at, some of those county level trends, because that's important to know. All right, so now I want to go back to a few things on this map. You saw me select some counties. So that's a cool thing about this map. All the data is interactive. So if you want to select a specific county, if you hover over it, you'll get some basic level stats. But if you kind of want to look at that historical comparison, let's say I want to look at Black Hawk County, I can then scroll down and see, here's what SNAP enrollment has been trending like in Black Hawk County. If I want to select multiple counties, there's a few ways to do that. Right now, I have it set so when I'm clicking down and dragging, it's moving this map. But I can change that by clicking on the map here. And instead of this panning cursor, I can select a rectangular selection tool, for instance. Let's say I want to select the bottom two tiers of the state, and I can just drag and select them. And again, look at the data, sort it the way I want. There's a couple other selection modes. So there's radial, that might come in handy. This one is a more free-form selector. So let's say I want to kind of select a few and it's not exactly an even shape. I can do that to select them. I can also, and to deselect, if you're selecting one county, you can just click on that county again and it will select all. But if you are selecting multiple counties or one county, you can also just click outside the state's borders. That will also deselect. But let's say you want to look at two counties that aren't bordering. What if I want to look at Johnson County and Story County, let's say? I want to look at kind of Iowa State and University of Iowa College Town. What are they seeing? I can do that by selecting one, holding down Control on my keyboard, and selecting another, and then releasing Control. And that will select multiple counties. Now we can see here, SNAP enrollment in those two counties has kind of plateaued, maybe even increased a little bit. So again, good things to know. Another way that we can kind of select these is if we scroll right underneath here, we can see these two boxes here. One is to select the month. So if you didn't, let's say, for instance, want to look at the very most recent data, but some past data, you could either select a county and go back on that graph and look, or you could, if you needed all these other stats, you could pull up a previous month. So we have all that monthly data available. I'm not going to pull that up now. But the other selector we have here is again a new addition that we're really excited about that allows you to select based on congressional district. Quick note here, these change with years. So if I'm selecting, let's say I want to look at the 3rd district here. We just had for those of you who know, kind of redistricting. And so I can look at the third district here and the counties, and kind of look at those trends. You know, I can see which counties have the highest percentage of their population enrolled, things like that. I could also then, click on specific counties, but this historical data is not necessarily for Iowa's third district. It's for these counties that are currently in Iowa's third district. So if I went back to a previous year before redistricting, it would have different county level maps to look at. So I just want to mention that because some of this historical data based on district isn't exactly true to the district because districts change. That is built in there, but you'd have to go back again, look at those other districts and kind of make those comparisons there. And there would probably be some jumps as things change. The last thing I want to share is a feature of Tableau. So let's say I've got this third district data and I want to share this with my member of Congress. So that's Representative Zach Nunn. I can go down to the bottom here. I mean, I can email these stats to his office. I can also go down to the bottom here. There's a couple of things here. So there's a share link. If you want to share this with someone, you can grab that link. You can go full screen to explore the dashboard. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can go full screen and then just hit escape to exit. You can also download this. So I want to download a PDF of this dashboard, and I want to include this view that I'm currently looking at, scale it automatically. So I'm going to hit download. And now when I pull up that PDF, I have the dashboard, all of that data for the third district here in a PDF. I could also download this as an image or a PowerPoint or other options. But that's a really great tool. You know, this currently has third district selected. I could do the same thing for the entire state. I could do this for a specific county. I could do this for a 3-county area. It's really however you have the data brought up, you can export that view in whatever way works best. So hope this video is helpful. Please always reach out. If you've got questions, you can reach out to us at iowahungercoalition@gmail.com. We're always happy to share the full just spreadsheet data set too. So if you're trying to find that and not coming across it, just reach out. We're happy to share that. Thanks, and we hope this is a helpful advocacy tool going forward.